Hi, survivors. It's me, Prepper Zan, reporting to you. Hope you guys are doing well because what's going on in this world is not. Now, former President Donald Trump to visit East Palestine on Wednesday after the train derailment. If our leaders are too afraid to actually lead, real leaders will step up and fill the void, the article states. East Palestine, Ohio. Former President Donald Trump is planning to visit East Palestine next week at the Columbiana County Village will be continuing its cleanup from the trail derailment that took place 2 weeks ago. Trump will visit East Palestine, Ohio next week, said son Donald Trump Jr. posted on Twitter. And he's the one who said if our leaders are too afraid to actually lead, real leaders will step up and fill the void. A source familiar with the former president's plan told this news source that Trump plans to travel to East Palestine on Wednesday to meet with members of the community. On Saturday, Trump confirmed his upcoming visit to East Palestine on his social media platform, Truth Social. And just so that I could add this, that community are big, avid Trump supporters. It's really red over there. That could have been another reason why they was targeted, allegedly, if they were. But yeah, so, that could be another reason why he could be going as well, because these people are big Trump supporters. But anyway, this is what he says on Truth Social. Leiden and F-E-M-A said they would not be sending federal aid to East Palestine. As soon as I announced that I'm going, he announced a team will go. Hopefully he will also be there. This is good news because we got them to move. The visit by Trump, who is running for the presidency in 2024, comes as the situation in East Palestine continues to evolve almost hourly. The wreck occurred on February 3rd when the 150-car Norfolk Southern freight train came off the tracks and caught fire due to the potential for an explosion. Officials evacuated everyone within a 1-mile radius and conducted a controlled release of hazardous chemicals. Y'all see how they use these words that's not even true? How they gonna conduct a controlled release? It was nothing controlled about that. That those flames dispersed all into the air, into the clouds, and those clouds delivered those chemicals to other areas and traveled other areas and far distances. There's nothing controlled about that. They just stop lying so much. Man, this country was built on lies. All these people do is lie. And these people's lives and health are at risk, and they continue to freaking lie. And then they say people on social media that we're lying. No, we're not the liars. Y'all are the freaking liars. On Friday, Governor Mike DeWine assured residents that no contamination in the air has been found. And he's another freaking liar. This is terrible. How can you assure residents that there's no contamination in the air when it was nothing but contamination in the air? Nothing but contamination in the soil. The contamination got in the soil and in the water from it being in the air, you freaking nut. While also emphasizing that municipal water is safe to drink in East Palestine. No, it is not. The governor also announced that a chemical plume in the Ohio River has since completely dissipated. Man, these people are Satan. In addition, DeWine also announced on Friday that the F-E-M-A will be sending a senior response official and a management assistance team to East Palestine on Saturday. The announcement came just hours after the governor said he did not expect members of the organization to be in the village. Meanwhile, federal health officials from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the Agency for Toxic Substances and Disease Registry will arrive in the area on Saturday to begin assessing the health of residents, in addition to the federal response. Y'all see how they come weeks later after, hopefully this stuff is not in the air as bad as it was or whatever. But during the time, there were none of these types of representation from these certain agencies that are put in place to protect and help the American people. Why are they taking our tax dollars from us when we, at times we really need it, we can't get the aid that we need? But we sit around and we do nothing about it. And these people continue to run the world and lie and take lives the way that they're doing. Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. It's sickening. Meanwhile, okay, they said that. In addition to the federal response, the Ohio Department of Health will set up a medical clinic in East Palestine next week to engage with residents, answer questions, evaluate any symptoms, and provide medical expertise. I feel really bad for these people, man, because they can't trust none of these folks, and they really need help. All these folks doing is lying to them, working with the Ohio Department and setting them up, allegedly, working with the Ohio Department of Health, Ohio EPA, and U.S. EPA. HHS teams will begin seeing patients early next week. Teams will include national experts on the impact of chemical exposure. Let's see what this video is talking about.
Residents of East Palestine are really concerned about potential health impacts relating
Okay,
to
I don't want to play that because I don't want to get a copyright strike. But anyway,
what residents can expect next.
Y'all, this stuff is sickening and saddening, you know, and it's I'm reporting it so we could stay a step ahead of the game by being prepared and staying prepared and knowing that we got serious stuff going on around us and that these are not the times to take this stuff lightly. These are not the times to ignore what's going on and not continue to prep and pray and stay out the way. And we need to start trying to put in our minds, you know, we might be displaced. I told y'all this years ago. When that war started over there overseas, I said, man, look, y'all, we need to be in a position to be ready to up and go if something happened. And now we are really living in those times. Those people can't be in them houses no more. They can't get those clothes out of there. They couldn't get food preps they had in there. They can't use that. With all that residue and stuff from them toxic chemicals all on everything. Y'all, can you imagine that? You can't go in your house no more because it's just contaminated. The water's contaminated, the food, the clothes. We would have never imagined something like that. Everything is contaminated. They can't touch nothing. They have to leave it all behind. Literally leaving all that stuff behind. It's like, where do you go? All your stuff is in your house. And if you don't have money, that's even worse, which a lot of us don't hardly right now because of all this devious activity. How they affecting our money with this so-called inflation that I call agenda. This is really horrifying, man. And then these people keep going over there lying to these folks. The air's all right, the soil's all right, the water's all right. It's all right to go in your house. They go in their house, their eyes are burning, skin is itching and irritating. They go into the doctor. Doctor saying they got all kinds of chemical stuff all in them. Man. And the people responsible not doing that. They talking about they handing out people $1,000 checks. I want to take that $1,000 because I'm going to tell you why. And it's easier said than done. Those people need help and money because once you take that $1,000 and you sign that waiver, that means you can't sue these people when you can get $1 billion or millions of dollars for suing them. But then that's even a process. And in the meantime, you still have to take care of yourself. That's just like Wells Fargo. They took so much money from me. And I was getting lawyers and stuff involved. Now they trying to send me some of the money back. And they was like, hurry up and cash the check. If you cash the check, you can't sue us. I ain't cashing none of them little checks y'all sending me. Like, and that's for real. And I'm just saying, this is, you know, if you're in that area, you have to do what's best for you and your family, man. But if you can hold out. Just like they told me with land. The longer you sit on land, the more value you will have on it. Don't sell it. Same thing with that situation. But that situation is totally different because we're talking about people and their health. They need help now and don't really, I mean, like a person who's in limbo, like I said, who don't have money, and then you got to up and leave your house. It's like, okay, that $1,000 look good because you need to get some kind of shelter. You need to get your family to a safe place. Man, this is hell, dog. Oh, this is terrible. It's just terrible. I hate it. I really hate it. I hate it for all of us. My hearts and prayers really go out to them. No, it's just terrible. Y'all, we have to continue to prep, continue to keep God first. And just because I say keep God first, that don't mean you just pray and don't do nothing and everything gonna be all right. Man, no, God is a God of action. God likes us to take action and do things for ourselves. You know, a lot of people think, oh, all I have to do is pray and then sit around. I don't do nothing to wait. No, that's not true. So let's continue to be proactive and being prepared and teach and getting ready and getting ourselves trained mentally more than anything. And you guys, please follow me on Patreon for real, raw, uncut, unfiltered content. Look, if you're looking for land in bug out areas in Texas, I have some for sale and for lease. I like to encourage everybody to try to get you a gas mask, radiation suit, some eye-set tablets. I do have some on purpose in, but you don't have to get anything from me. Just get it. Just know all the proceeds go back into the channel. Protect your life, man. Protect your children. Stay prayed up and keep surviving. Did I say wash this world, wash the world, to smell your water, boil and purify your water before you use it? Keep surviving, purposeand.com.